Yeah, he's he he's very dead, and he disappears also.
Do I see my arrow?
Uh, you do not see Aurora, I'm afraid.
Mother, father. All right, that's all I have to say, and I'm gonna put my bow back.
Sorry for your loss there, Grummy.
It's fine. We've. Hey, you. Two of
Um,
my arrows are gone.
Could you
uh,
possibly give him the money back for those 2 arrows?
so she runs. What's going on here?
We were protecting your house. This is
Oh,
yours, right?
I shouldn't have left an artifact with new Pathfinders. I'm so I'm sorry. I didn't think. Let me compose myself. First, allow me to apologize for that unpleasantness regarding those gremlins. It does provide an excellent object lesson. The life of an adventurer is not one for the weak-hearted. That you not only took care of the gremlins, but also got the box open in the first place is all the confirmation I needed that my gut was right. You're the perfect
Hey!
fit for the job I have in mind.
I take a sip from my flask.
You see, I've recently had trouble with one of my informants here in Magnamar, Natalia Van Kaskirken. She's a half-Parisian who recently approached the Pathfinder Society with an offer to serve as a street informant. She runs with the Skazani. I'm not sure with which group. A week ago, Natalia sent me a cryptic hint that her gang was on the verge of uncovering an item that would be of interest to the society. Since the Skazani's methods of uncovering something often involves an armed robbery or breaking into somebody's personal chambers, we thought it prudent not to press for further details, and instead wait to see what it would produce. Suffice to say, she hinted strongly that it pertained to Thassalon, and promised to meet with me to discuss the find 3 days ago. She never kept that promise. Instead, she seems to have simply vanished. Initially, I assumed that the acquisition of this item was simply taking longer than expected, but now I'm hearing rumors that the Skazani are looking for her as well. It seems likely that Natalia has absconded with this item she's discovered. And this is where you enter, my friends. I want to know what it is that Natalia and the Skazani have found. In fact, I'm more interested in that than what happened to Natalia herself. For now, I'd like to keep all of this quiet. If you can find out what happened to Natalia, without letting a lot of people know she was also working for me as an informant, that would be preferable. That's a big part of why I'm coming to you, as new members of the Pathfinder Society, with this task. You don't have a reputation in Magnamar, and as such, the lowlifes and criminals you encounter are maybe more likely to talk. Why has... Sorry, my screen just screwed up. So, go out there and look for Natalia. Find out what happened to her and to this item she and her gang discovered. If you can secure the item, all the better. Bring it to me, and I'll have a reward of 500 gold pieces for you. And if you can bring back Natalia alive for me to speak to, I'll double that.
Could we
Let,
have a quick description of what Natalia looks like?
Yes, you could. Uh,
Let's say she's already dead. Do we still get the double?
the double is only for if she's alive. I, an informant in Skazani circles is worth something to the society. Um, Even if we have to keep it a little off the books. Uh,
who's making this gesture at her? I have two arrows. That one was called True, the other one was called Silver, and you owe me a little bit of both. So, can you replace that?
I would hope that my
He's so
offer of
gutted about them.
500 gold is perhaps more than enough recompense for your adventuring tasks.
That's a start, I suppose.
Uh,
Why as well do we have to keep this quiet? Who are you trying to keep information from?
well, the society, we have a reputation, and perhaps having informants in gangs of known for less reputable actions we're not we obviously we act within the law at all times, but it would be preferable if she could still work for us after. As to your question of what she looks like, she is a human. She's dressed like most of the gang that she hung around in. You'll find her wearing. She has large earrings, brown hair, human, red bandana, quite often at least. Um, yeah, she's a typical Verisian. Uh, just one that happens to be in with the Skazani.
Makes sense. You wouldn't want someone to stand out, otherwise it'd be quite hard to get, yeah, for them to be ignored and let pass, wouldn't they? Like,
Indeed.
it's a very sensible person. Yes.
I'm also impressed that you trust us amongst the thieves and scoundrels that you're having us explore. We just opened aggro on this room, and then you thanked us for it,
Well, I'm thanking you for
pointing
preventing
at I
much.
point at a hole that I put in a wall because of an arrow that I missed. Like I'm not paying for that.
Well, the damage could have been a lot worse. Ultimately, I shouldn't have left such new people to the task. I do apologize for even putting you in that danger, although danger is ahead for
I, I,
that, I'm
I
sure.
feel quite bad for asking this, but I've taken some damage over that. Have you got any way to help make me feel better from this? Because it's not been a nice start for me so far.
Yes, of course. I'm terribly sorry. I didn't notice your wound, and
It's only minor, but it's a start.
she will give you a potion of cure light wounds, which will heal 1d8 plus 1.
Thank you. Greatly appreciated.
Oh, would you be able to cure my wound up front too? There's a hole in my pocket, and it has to do with some money that I have to now pay for arrows and stuff.
Very well. I will. The society could give 100 gold. This will be taken from your final reward, of course, but you can have it up front.
Much obliged.
Is that 25 gold each then?
That is 25 gold each.
Thank you.
All right.
Lady Hydemarch,
Yes.
would you have any recommendations where to begin our search?
In fact, I have a few. If my page.
He asks all the good questions.
Unfortunately, I don't know too much about the circles that she. Oh no! Don't crash. I'm sorry. It's not a good day for tech. Um, I don't know too much about the circles she's in, but obviously she is a double agent amongst the Skazani. There are the Skazani themselves have forged many alliances in cities throughout the inner sea region. Uh, it's unlikely that she's fallen to any of those, however, because then presumably they wouldn't still be trying to find her. So, and I do apologize that my PDF document is being terrible right now.
Oh no, this happens every time I DM. Something crashes right when I need it.
Oh, it keeps
we just
jumping
we just we just
from.
look over and the lady in front of us is on like this Windows tablet and it keeps trying to like update itself to restart. So he's like, no, I can do this. I can do this. I was trained. If you click to open it, no, I don't need to update. It's okay.
Uh, so,
Could you
yeah.
could you tell us a bit about the Skazani as well? Well, yeah.
Oh yes. The Skazani, they're not. They've been a part of Magnum pretty much since the city's, as long as far as the history of the city goes. They're not the most dangerous or the most powerful of the city's criminal organizations, but they are the most visible. The
Hmm.
Skazani generally don't involve themselves in particularly violent crimes, and in many cases in Magnum they actually help to protect and police less fortunate neighborhoods, so they're often well regarded by the lower class. There are 6 major Skazani gangs in the city: the Creepers, Doolan's lads, the Gallows, the Tower Girls, the Washside Ringers, and the Wreckwash Blades. The Gallows are the most powerful in the city. When in response to your question, Akath, when Natalia originally approached us, she engaged the aid of a man known as the Amazing Zagrathi, a Varisian who keeps a permanent tent and fortune-telling business in Washers Row in Dockway. Specifically at the narrow end of an alley that serves as a permanent street fair. There's anyone... Yeah, okay. He acts as sort of middleman between the Skazani and outsiders, but he does expect gold in payment for his services. There are, unfortunately, slightly more... Creepers do... I will... Oh, I can't actually copy it if I have it in the other pen. Doolan's lads, let me write it out. Oh my gosh. Doolan's lads. The Gallard. Tower Girls. Side. I should actually, in future, I will actually prepare these in handy handouts, because that might be a good way to do it.
Thank you. Excellent. Thank you very much for that information. That should give us somewhere to start and some knowledge of who we're looking into as well.
Yes, there is unfortunately another potential way that another reason she couldn't be responding to our inquiries and have missed our meeting. There are rumors of Nidalee slavers prowling the streets of late. If these are true, being abducted by a slaver in the middle of the night would certainly explain her absence. She might even have been picked up by the city guard for some reason, in which case a visit to the Arvensaw, the garrison for the city's watch, that might yield some clues.
Okay, so we've got a few possible places to start looking, really.
What's the time frame that you expect this to be done in?
Well, hopefully Natalia is still alive at this point, so before she's dead would be ideal.
Right, so we should probably get to work straight away. Was there any way you'd suggest beginning, or would you recommend the going to the city guard first?
The Amazing Zagrathi, I believe, was the lead she gave us.
The Amazing Zagrathi. Okay. Well, should we head over there? See if he's at his abode.
Well, good luck in your investigations, and I hope to hear from you soon.
Thank you, Sheila. Pleasure making your acquaintance.
Travel back.
We'll return once we have word.
So, you have been informed of the location of the Arvensaw, the local guard garrison. Amazing Zagrathi, who is, as you've heard, Natalia's first point of contact. And been told that there are rumors of Nidalee slavers.
Okay, should we start by going to the Amazing Zagrathi? As it seems to be the sensible place to go.
Yeah, I
Sheila.
believe
It's probably
she
the
said it
best.
was on Washers Row.
She did.
Yes.
On Washers Row. Would anyone want to make a knowledge local check if you have a rank in knowledge local?
This seems like a sensible use for my trait.
What's your trait?
I'm possessed. Once per day, I can make a knowledge check untrained.
Okay. If you'd like to use it on that, you may.
Certainly. I do not have a token on this screen to use my skills.
Same, tried it.
Do not. Okay. So just this won't happen often. I will put your characters in the
Yeah,
safe
I
area.
will just.
Well, if not, you can find it easily.
Well,
Yeah.
let's put you